backwards.
It looks like
the knife round.
we have an actual knife round now, 5v5, and it looks like the team names are also fixed. So we have Cunning, Ruse, even though it says Rose at the top, because I see Cruz over there. Look at this, the run boost.
Got it.
Gotta love it. Creative. Problem-solving work in there. Up.
I was about to say, he's 1v4, and he almost had a chance there.
Getting flashbacks for a moment to one of the classic 1vx knife situations. I think it was on Tuscan. Or maybe it was...
It's before my time.
I don't remember. I don't remember what map it was. There's like an old video from, I think it's from 1.6, where a guy like wins a 1v5 knife.
I've seen source versions of, I think someone did it on source version of Cobblestone. I've seen a video of that.
Yeah, I don't remember what map it was or if it was source or 1.6. I just know the video. I've seen it a couple times. When it comes to like old Counter-Strike videos, my brain just can't handle it anymore. I'm forgetting. The only one that will always stand out is CSGO Gone Wrong, the Monstrous video. That's the one where they used like a mod to like spawn in tanks and fly around, just troll people in scrims. But it looks like we are live finally into the pistol here. Virginia Tech versus Cunning Ruse, and Cunning Ruse is going to be on that T side. It's going to be very difficult to work from the T side on Nuke.
It is, very much so. So they are going to start their way through lobby, out through the hut, and try and work their way in towards Squeaky as well. They get a 2-for-1 trade in, forcing their way out. So it is Virginia Tech forced out of Mini, possibly looking for the retake. But they're losing bodies elsewhere on the map, leaving it just to 2. Corn and Knees. And it looks like Corin's going to try and take the fight and at least maintain some presence into Mini while the long flank comes around to Heaven, which is already extinguished.
Now it's just Corin left alone in a 1v4. Tries to go through the door with a knife out. Not going to happen. It will be Cunning Ruse who pick up the pistol, and you can hear some excitement from them. So it's Corin, and you're saying Nice?
Nice?
I'm thinking it's nice.
Okay, nice. It is.
We're just going to go with that. Just hang that eye.
He's going to clutch one round.
And you're just going to be like, nice.
It has to play out that way. Very nice. So you got forced buy up for Virginia Tech. You got Deagles, they got armor. They got a 5.7 in there. I still think the 5.7 is damn near as good as it used to be. As good as it once was.
It's not as good when you move.
So if you're first shot out of it,
if you're stationary, it's a little bit better. I still prefer CZ over both that and the Tech 9. I mean, even though the CZ was nerfed, it kind of gives a little bit more room to work with. I still think the CZ is the stronger gun.
Gonna open up the keyhole.
And
Alex,
that one is down. Whoops.
He opens the keyhole the wrong way.
Mistakes were made.
Ellis with 2. The force buy is looking great. Ellis is actually going to upgrade himself to a UMP. Takes a while to reload. He's on this tight corner with only 5 HP. Jaren will finish the job, and actually to his own sidearm, he'll get a Glock headshot against Nice. 1v2. Had a chance there, but it is actually Virginia Tech to force buy their way into round 2.
That's disappointing if you're on the T side of Nuke. When it comes to Nuke, you're only going to get so many rounds on your T side. So putting yourself in that position where you had a chance to chain a few rounds together and now you've lost that is definitely not an easy pill to swallow this early on. They are going to counterforce, so they're going to be on double ump, MP7 as well, and a CC and a P250. And into the A site they go very fast. Frozen's going to get one with the molly, the other with the ump. Ellis also getting a kill with his UMP. Into the site they go, but it's down to the last player, and he's gunned down as well by Ellis, who picks up 2. That's 3 on the round for him total. A pretty easy round for the CT side. Should be a softball coming their way from the T side this round.
Is that the Budget Davy?
Yeah, it's Eva.
It's Davy. Backwards.
Yeah, but it's all, yeah.
Budget Davy.
But it's Eva. Maybe he's a big fan of Wally. Eva.
I'm going to roll with Davey. I mean, you're having flashbacks of getting a little bit kissy with him.
Oh, God. Don't remind me. I won't be able to focus. I'll just keep thinking about it. Remnant with the 4K in the UMP, pushing his way up towards the trophy room. Another easy round for Virginia Tech to take. 3-1 is the score. Yeah, I mean, for those that don't know, Davey kissed me at LAN and then threatened to do it at another event. right before I interviewed him for a post-stream, like the whole stream's wrapping up for the ROG Masters America's Final, and Davey's like, you know I'm going to kiss you, by the way. And then the whole time he trolled me by giving me one-word answers to every question I asked.
Good, Nate. That's actually going to knock down a couple players below that 90 mark. And that's going to allow the one-tap capability for the M4 now. That's a lot of value. CT sides need to focus on that. We saw a lot of use with Azio's nades on Inferno. And of course, they just overwhelmed their opponents on Inferno. But you saw how important and how much easier of a job it can be to make those M4s just as powerful as the AKs if you can get some early nade splash damage.
Frozen up top, peering down towards the door. It's going to be Remnant and Corin who pick up kills. Ethan with the response, making it a 3-on-3. Cunning Ruse really looking to get themselves back into the game.
Airbursted nade, or Molly.
Yeah, that's a little bit frustrating, I'm sure. It should have been the one that flushes out the top of hut, but it kind of just popped just above the crane there in the A-bomb site. Still no action coming in as the 3-on-3 ticks down lower and lower. We're down to the 40-second mark. Flashes and nades coming through the door. There's Ellis up top, dinks the first, gets the second kill, then comes back for the original target. Frozen will find the follow-up, and it's Virginia Tech's 4th round. They're looking comfortable on Nuke.
Yes. I mean, Cunning Ruse came into there. Of course, they didn't come in immediately after that molly, but they still may have anticipated that it flushed a player off of that hut position, and maybe he would have come back, but they probably wouldn't have expected him to come back to that position immediately after that. So they get chopped off. In fact, the first player was able to go past the top hut defender. Instead, this time it's going to be faster attempt through Squeaky, and they are getting stung. Only Alex left. They'll swing left and right. Ellis is going to have to reload and call for a little bit of help. Alex is now watching for the long flank coming his way. He'll get cut down before he can do any further damage. And Virginia Tech will now extend to a 5-1 lead, but rifles are back onto the board for Cunning Ruse.
Virginia Tech, no AWP in their hands. On the other side, we've got Fate carrying it for the T side, and look at the aggression. Nice. Has pushed his way all the way up to the blue bin, but they spot him. Ethan's ready. He must have seen the shadow because the shadow casts the opposite direction. So that will be an early kill that Cunning Ruse desperately uses to get control of the secret stairs and potential lower control as well. Frozen just jiggle peeking from up top. This lack of an AWP presence definitely being a bit punishing as the door is peaked. Ellis goes down. Corin will be the first one from the CT side to find a kill for Virginia Tech, but it is going to be a 2-on-4 here for Cunning Ruse. The most promising round they've had yet. They've got to deal with Corin in sight, who does find himself a second, but that's it for him on the round. It's Remnant now, who is ironically the last one left.
See if he can carry the one here. All he really needs to do is get 1 or 2 kills. There's going to be a head to be spotted there. There's the first. Mission accomplished, but now he's got the chance to win the round. It is the AWP, and he's already rounded this corner, now dropping down onto the plat. There's the shot, a miss, a swing and a miss, and Remnant will take a 1v3 clutch on the retake with oodles of time to be able to defuse that bomb. Makes it look easy as Virginia Tech win that one. They actually questioned his HP. Only did minimal damage to him, 50. The AWP shots obviously missed. There was no legging in there, but Cunning Ruse got a bomb plant. They'll get another rifle.
A little bit disappointing on the post plan. Like, you've got this AWP set up, you've got the AWP in your hand, and the bomb is planted on the front side of silos, and you're playing on the front side of silos. Like, he could have gone back behind the box and hid, tried to buy more time. Instead, he just takes a direct aim fight that was not necessarily important for them to take. There's the peek outside with the AWP. It'll be the T side who strike first. Fate taken down. Nice. Corin has an AWP of his own. He missed his first shot initially, but he does catch Davey on the cross. He's holding again as there's a gap in that smoke, not able to punish the second player as he can't quite spot him. So it is a one-man advantage for Cunning Ruse.
Good nade damage was dealt as well, and you're going to see that Ellis is going to finish off some of the players that had taken that nade damage. As they are now down into the lower halls, they'll try their best to try and get their way into this lower site. Going up the vent seems to be a bridge too far. But back to the top of the secret stairs. Alex will give some support to be able to allow Fate back down safely. We've seen them push their way down the secret stairs dry last time, but this time they come in dry again. Another kill. Ellis is down and out. It's going to be another man advantage for Cunning Ruse.
Positioning is a little bit awkward here for the CT side with Corn on one side of the door, and I believe Remnants on the other. The bomb is going to be heading up into the A bomb site. And again, planted on the front side of silos. Molly's going to go up towards heaven. That'll slow things down here if the CT side can even really go for this. It looks like Remnants either running back towards Mini or running back towards secret stairs. But he is heading back towards Mini. Oh, that door opening, that's going to be a huge advantage. But no, he gets spotted in the gap. So now they know where this last player is. He's going to try and just take the fight with him. Nice shot coming in from Corn. There's one left on the site. They know he's backside somewhere. The bomb is not exactly planted in a good position for Corn to go for this one, and he's realizing, yep, it's just time to get out of dodge. He'll save the AWP and run away. As he escapes, so will Germ. Should be able to go back and grab the AWP. As he runs back, let's see if he can find it.
Got it.
Yep, he's got it.
Didn't skitter too far. Now that was Virginia Tech basically in the same situation, a 1vx clutch, and they had enough rounds in a row that money was not a real problem. They are faced with the same situation for that second time in a row, and all they needed to get was kills. So they do exactly that, and they end up picking up a freebie, and they threaten now Cunning Ruse with an eco reset. In fact, Davey has a MAC 10. Tough spot to be in against the full buy for Virginia Tech.
Ironically, the pro player, Davey, loves the MAC 10.
Does he?
Yeah, he actually is a huge fan of the MAC 10. He'll carry it into buy rounds several times over. Now, the CT side's been cut down to just 2. Corn and Nice. Nice. I said it wrong.
Maybe it's like Nice, France. Nah.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know how else he would. He just likes the double I. But Corn and Nice don't look like they're really going to go for this one. They're going to be backing off as well. That AWP, oh so valuable. The money is probably not in a great spot. Just taking a peek. Yeah, not looking good here for the CT side. They desperately need to save these guns to try to have some extra oomph into the next round. You can see 1,200 on Corn with 2 rounds of loss bonus. It's really not going to be much. He'll have 3,100. And there'll be, what, 2,200 for his teammates. So they're not really going to have too much to buy. They could potentially drop a rifle from Corn if they wanted to actually try to round out the buy and an SMG and like really feed the buy, but we'll see if they decide to go that route. He doesn't drop anything.
Yeah, I mean,
never mind.
Frozen can get up on top of the hut. Shotgun. This is a map that can cater to a weaker economy. They shuffle their guns around with a double op. Essentially, it's still a full buy. One thing that's going to help Virginia Tech out is the fact that that round happened so fast from Cunning Ruse. They pushed in with that MAC 10 and just pried open the site so quickly that no utility was used by Nice and Ellis. So they still have full sets.
Good damage dealt early on here by Virginia Tech. Ethan's down on 16, Germ on 64, and they've already lost Fate as well. So Fate will be watching from the sidelines as his team tries to find the weakness in the defense, and they haven't spotted it yet. Past the smoke they go. A bit of a risky play as Ellis guns down 2 Corns there with the follow-up after he dies. And now it's all on Alex.
And Alex was separated from the team, so he is miles from the bomb right now. I believe that's downstairs, so he's got a long ways to go. And the CTs know that they've got the bomb. They shift their position, and they will set up camp. There's almost nothing that Alex can do right now unless there's a gap in the defense. He's going to follow suit where a couple of these CTs went, and he's got the first. He swings out, though, and he chooses left instead of right and ends up getting shot in the back by Frozen. So Virginia Tech do end up regaining the reins after they had dropped them temporarily. 2 rounds were gathered back by Cunning Ruse, and their economy not able to grow enough, but it is enough to be able to get AKs. Their utility will suffer here, and they've got Davey with another MAC 10, so maybe they play another expendable round for Davey and see what he can do into one of these sites.
There's Remnant on ramp with the AWP. First target's already through. He's got to be careful. Nice shot onto the second one. That's the panic fire that you got to hit. He's now allowed one across.
I can't believe he holds right here.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know how he hasn't fallen back, but Remnant's still sticking around. That's 4, make it the ace! What? Why?
He's a hero.
He's a hero, but at the same point in time, he didn't need to be.
There's a very fine line between bravery and stupidity.
And I think he crossed it, but he kind of got lucky.
He crossed it, and then he came back, and then he crossed it again.
Because I thought for sure after that second kill, I'm like, okay, he killed the advancing target. He knows they're pushed all the way up. He saw the guy crossing box. He's got to fall back down on ramp.
He's got to go down.
He's got to go down and wait for his team to come around and support. But he just keeps peeking.
Yeah.
Feeling confident.
And that last shot through the box. Wounded target. I don't think it would have killed him if he was full health. That box is very thick. Nice headshot there.
With 2 C's. Thick.
Very thick.
Thick.
Very square. Shapely, you could say.
Shapely. Square? Is it shapely?
It's a shape.
It's like the opposite of shapely.
It is a shape.
Now, CT side does have the advantage in both firepower and manpower currently. Davey sitting on the pine pony for the remainder of the round. 1 minute and 10 seconds left for Cunning Ruse to try to find any kind of opening, and it just doesn't look like there's going to be one. Germ will die. It's all up to Alex with the bomb and just a Glock, no armor. Down he goes. Yet another round landing in Virginia Tech's lap. Cunning Ruse does have money here, so they have something to work with. Like, they can buy up.
I mean, on that round, to speak to that note, Virginia Tech threw 2 grenades that round. 2. They hardly spent anything. A lot of times CT teams will dump, I mean, especially if you're against an ecoing T side, you'll dump mollies into the squeaky door. You'll make sure that they can't get down into the site for free, like just like that exact same molly. But this is a rifle round for Cunning Ruse, so I don't expect them to be playing so freely. They'll slow things down, try and play for picks, but if they're playing for picks, they're going to walk into this setup of a double op. So Nice is outside, just behind the gray box, looking towards the T outside, as Corin will hold from upper, looking towards the hut. Squeaky door has been open. This is a pretty common molly position that Ellis is sitting in right now. I would expect to get this flushed out, and he should be dead to rights soon enough. They'll smoke off the mini and now set their way in. Nearly a collateral. Corin will take the first, second as well. He is stacking up with bodies, trying to do just as Remnant had done before. Was it Remnant that picked up that ace?
Yes, it was Remnant on ramp. I mean, right now, Virginia Tech is just playing at a much higher level than we're seeing from Cunning Ruse, but it's also Nuke. Like, things could very easily change coming into the second half. We could see a completely different team on the CT side than we're seeing from them now. But Virginia Tech looks well-versed. The positioning is solid. The shots are landing. And more importantly than anything, the money is there. Nice outside with the AWP. Will pick up the first kill. He wants the second one. He knows there's more targets, but he's got to be careful. They're moving up pretty quickly. Nice shot after getting tagged down low.
They continue to fight. They continue to hold these angles. I would expect him to start to find cover. And he knows these T's were already up to the other side of this gray box, and he swings. His movement right now is so wanton. He's just all over the place. Doesn't feel like he's really threatened, but there was a moment there where Cunning Ruse had recovered an op, could have done great work. That was a great peek by Davey right there. Very fast into a crouch. He's already halfway across the hall. They'll recover one of their own AKs, and they desperately need some cash. A bomb plant would be an extra $800. They'll get a max loss bonus buy in the next round, which should be enough. They could actually win this, steal the round away.
Smart play from Germ, too. He's going back towards the vents to take, or he's actually got to go grab the bomb. Never mind. He might assume that this bomb's being watched. So he's going to close the door, grab the bomb. Now he's likely going to run up the vents and head in towards the A site, but he's got time to work with, so he can really play the mind games right now with Remnant. Again, the last man standing.
Well, Germ clearly does not know where Remnant is. Remnant was in towards the ramp side of the B site. Bomb will be planted A, and now he has to know. Well, he's defending the B site. Nobody peeked, nobody took him down. He's got some time to play with as Remnant takes his sweet time with a full set of utility and kit included against Germ, who is unarmored and a mere smoke.
And Germ actually, he had an AWP and he swapped it out, didn't he?
I'm not sure, but he's sitting Tetris right now. Not a bad spot if you've cleared out the squeaky side of things.
And there you go. He will catch him on the cross. He was expecting maybe a different position. I don't know what he was thinking. He was thinking time's running low. I got to make a move. Probably could have just dropped the smoke and seen what he could see, throw a flashbang. We said, full utility. Like if you're going to take the time to throw that smoke, you might as well take the time to dump out a little bit more. But he just decided not to.
4 rounds so far for the T side. Can they get a 5th? That would start to recuperate. They won that pistol round and it looked like they could get those early freebie rounds, but that force buy from Virginia Tech was asserting their dominance. Oh, the timing. Nice, just caught that flashbang and was able to just pull the the shot enough to be able to take 2 players now down for the price of none. Cunning Ruse seem to be up a creek. They wanted that 5th round so bad. That would at least get them into a manageable second half.
Alex right now up on top of the marshmallow. Drops down onto the roof. Just above Mini. He's got nice right around the corner with that AWP. Corrin's in good position to prevent the push in through the squeaky door. With a minute left, they've got a little bit of time. Corrin gets antsy. He's like, you know what? I'm not waiting for you guys. I'm just going to make my move. There's the peek coming in from Alex as he drops down off the roof, but there's 2 men staring at him, and the final kill comes in from Ellis as he Supermans off the top of the hut right into the door. 11-4 half. Very strong play coming in from Virginia Tech. But again, the one disclaimer, CT side nuke. So it could change.
It very well could. There was a potential there for Cunning and Ruse to actually get a lot more rounds than 4. Given that they did end up stealing a round away when they had Davey on the entry with the MAC-10. There was a pretty big whiff by the player that was on top of the hut. Couldn't deal with the player with SMG coming in through a very tight choke point. Drops that one. The round ends up going the way of Cunning Ruse. I think that one was a gift.
Yeah, there were a couple of rounds there where there was an opening. There was a chance, but they fumbled it away. You know, like honestly, looking at that round where they rushed ramp and Remnant was there at the AWP.
Yeah.
Like he probably shouldn't have aced. They had a player all the way over in the corner, over by Hell, who had a free shot on Remnant. Remnant was looking towards ramp still, towards trophy room. So he effectively could have taken him out, but he just couldn't hit the shot, and then Remnant aces. Here comes the pistol round, though. It's live as Virginia Tech charges straight towards the ramp room. Full control given over as they play a little bit more passive and back on the position. And they've already made it into the lower bomb site, so they'll be able to get the bomb planted here. But they do lose a body as they lose one to Ellis coming out of the vents. Or it's Ellis going down as they come out of the vents, excuse me. Fate picks up another one, and it's going to be a 3-on-2. The remaining players do not have kits. Alex spots Nice as he retreats back towards control room. Nice just playing in the corner. Both players coming towards him. He's got to make a move, but he can't find it. It's Alex with a nice shot. And it's going to be a 2-on-2. The bomb is ticking away, but Frozen's in a great position. Remnant just needs to buy him some time. He doesn't really buy him much. So now they just got to wait this out. They know it's a 10-second defuse, and there it is. Frozen lines them both up. Well played. Good patience as well. He takes down both players. It's 12-4 Virginia Tech.
It was a great play by Cunning Ruse right there to play meat shield on the diffuser, but it was just unfortunate. He got a quick headshot on the meat shield, softened him up, and then the diffuser was just a quick 1-2 punch after that. So 12-4 now. You'll see Galil's MAC-10 MP7 forced buy up again for Cunning Ruse. They were able to pick up this round in the last half. No, it was the other way around. Cunning Ruse won the pistol, and then Virginia Tech quickly to stop that. And this one looks to be a very speedy round at that.
The last man standing is going to be Jerem with the deagle. And yeah, down he goes. 13-4, the pain continues for Cunning Ruse as Virginia Tech continues in their form from the first half. They pick up their pistol. The round that follows isn't even difficult. This one should be even easier as there shouldn't really be much of anything brought into play, although Alex, maybe showcasing some of his frustration, goes straight to a CC75 armor. That's that pug force buy.
Yeah, that's
kind of like, I'm done.
Yeah, that's
I'm over it.
It might be not so much as the it's like a mental forfeit, maybe even a mental lapse. Sometimes you do get frustrated. You want to try and stand up and get a couple frags, but that's not going to be the way to do it. So that's actually going to hamstring Cunning Ruse's really match point. So this is Alex left alone. Maybe we'll get to see him make a statement, say this is why
Did he even shoot one bullet out of the CZ?
I didn't get to see it.
So I don't think he even shot a bullet out of the CZ. So it starts to showcase, okay, well maybe that CZ buy was not the wisest. Regardless, it's not really a point that matters. It's 14-4. Virginia Tech is up by 10 rounds coming into this first buy round from the CT side, and you can see the effect that CZ buy has. Alex has to go with an ump instead of a rifle like the rest of his team, and there will be an op in play. It's in Corin's hands. And Corin's going to be going up on top. And he spots the feet. Can't quite deliver. Panicked a little bit, shot a little too fast, but he'll get the follow-up anyway.
Second try. Play till you win, essentially. Continue. Ellis is able to get the return, actually an additional frag, and now Davey can't quite get C because that Mustang spot's really good against people coming out of Hut, but not so good against people coming out of Mini. It is only Jern, as it seems to be tradition, might be the lurker or late rotator for the CT side. He's going to be coming up from the ramp side in a 1v4. Virginia Tech to be soon on map match point.
Showcasing his blade skills. Jerem at this point just moving through past the vending machines. Makes me want a snack.
I'm gonna go to lunch after this.
Where are you gonna go?
Chick-fil-A. Hey, there's a big gap in the defense right now. Ellis was looking blindside. Doesn't matter. Almost picks up the next kill against Nice, but that's the 15th. Virginia Tech aren't going to have a problem patching the holes in Ellis and Remnant's firearms, so they'll be able to buy up AK, and Remnant has 9200, so no problem. Still Cunning Ruse on the short end of the stick, short end of the exchange on their weaponry.
Let's talk about what really matters, though. What are you going to get from Chick-fil-A?
A number 2 spicy chicken deluxe.
Nice, nice.
Delicious.
You're not going to go to Two Amigos?
I do not.
The burrito place?
Oh, no.
It's good. It's good. It's nice.
You know, I might see one of these teams over there. Chick-fil-A.
Now the quick 2 kills coming in here for Virginia Tech. It's Frozen and Remnant. Look at this. Ethan barely gets the new magazine in his MP9. Frozen's looking all over the place with that Galil. Just making sure there's not one more spotted outside. He knows there's one more here. He just can't quite find him. Oh, no!
Had the ump last round. Could not connect. Now, do Virginia Tech start to swarm this isolated player behind the red box? They not quite hitting the mark. The Molly, though, will force him over towards the left side, and he's now starting to run out of real estate very, very quickly. Alex is at 40 HP. But on the other end of the map, a one-and-done trade, and then Frozen will finish the job outside. Just painted him into that corner, like I said.
Solid play, really, from Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Looked fantastic. They definitely seem to be a little bit more versed and well prepared on Nuke. Now that was one of our losers games. So is this a best of 3?
No.
Okay.
I believe that's a best of 1 and done.
Okay.
But that's got to feel good for Virginia Tech because they got 16-6 by Azio. Now they're able to turn back and go 16-4 against their opponents. Mentally, that's going to be a fantastic little reset for them.